Trace, I'm curious, first and foremost, as a leader of this offense, what did you see out there today? How do you assess the offense?
The offense did a really good job today. We came out, we put points on the board early. We were able to battle through adversity, which is something that is going to help us continue to grow. And then we were able to kind of come out in that second half and be explosive early on, sustain some drives, and put points on the board late. And that, I think, was awesome for us to be able to start fast, battle through adversity, and then finish the game strong.
What was the message in the locker room?
In the locker room at halftime, we just kind of felt that they were kind of not out-efforting us, but kind of their intensity and their passion was more than what we were playing with towards the end of the first half. So that's really what we talked about at halftime. Was like, hey guys, we're executing decently. We're not perfect execution-wise, but we're executing pretty well. We just need to come out with that intensity and that passion in the second half and play. Play almost play loose, but have fun out there. Let's get back into what we do. Playing with fun, playing passion. And that was something that we talked about at halftime.
A point of emphasis from the staff this week is kind of in the red zone. How important was being able to finish drives in the red zone today?
Oh, that was huge for us. The first drive, obviously with our defense giving us the ball in the red zone, was huge. We were able to get a one-play drive and really, from that point on, get the crowd into it, get the momentum rolling for us. And we got 109,000 in the crowd. That with a lot of momentum, it's tough for an opponent. So being able to get that done early, and then finishing in the red zone, being able to put points on the board and put touchdowns on the board, really, and not turning the ball over down there is something that we've emphasized a lot in the offseason, a point where we felt that we could get better at in the offseason, and we've done a solid job so far this year, but obviously there's still room to improve.
How about your connection with Mike Gesicki today? Obviously hitting him twice in the first half for those pair of touchdown passes. I'm curious, what was working for the two of you today?
We did a really good job this week in our game planning, kind of putting our RPO game together to be able to put guys in binds and get Mike open and get him matched up in some one-on-one situations where he's going against a linebacker that he can kind of run away from, or a safety that he's got size and just be a matchup problem for. So we were able to do that really well and just had that connection, be able to get him open in space, and Mike did the rest of what he can do.
How does it feel to be able to get back out there on the field?
It felt great. That's something that I stressed to the guys at halftime was, let's have fun. And that's something that I think you can lose sight of sometimes. As a team, you come to work every day. It is a job. And, so sometimes people can lose sight of the fun. And that's something that, when I got back out there and I was a part of a drive to go down and put it in the end zone, I was like, man, I'm having a lot of fun out here. And I told the guys, when you watch from the sideline for a long time and you finally get back out there, you realize how much fun it was when you were out there playing. And that's something that I stress to the guys is, let's go out, let's do us, let's have fun.
How about the offensive line today? What did you kind of see from, some of the younger guys and, even some of the older guys like yourself?
I think the thing about the offensive line is we're getting better every week. And that's kind of when we broke it down after the game as an offensive line. That's what I stressed to the guys was, we're getting better every week. And I got to give credit to every single guy on the offensive line, and a lot of the younger guys. Steve Gonzalez stepped up this year. Chaz stepped up. Connor scooching down to center. All those guys really stepped up to put together one of the best offensive lines I've ever been a part of.
I think there was one play where it looked like everybody was perfectly in sync, and Trace kind of slipped right through for a 30-some yard run. What was going through your mind when you saw that?
That's the thing that kind of gives you a little extra spark, a little extra fire as an offensive line is knowing the type of players that you have in the backfield and on the perimeter. Is if we do our jobs up front, nobody can stop Trace McSorley, Saquon Barkley, Deshaun Hamilton, all those guys. So it kind of gives you a little fire, a little extra spark. Because, hey, we do our job, we hold our block for that one extra second, these guys are going to make a big play.
And then I asked this to Brendan Mann last week, but I'm curious about kind of Connor McGovern, settling into that center position. How have you seen him grow from week 1 now to week 2?
Oh, he's grown a lot. And the thing, Connor's always been a great player. And since the day Connor stepped on campus, I was told everybody this kid's going to be a heck of a player, just from watching him. But the thing that he's grown is the mental aspect of the game and being a leader. And that's something that just it is kind of denoted onto a center just off the bat is you have to be a leader of the offensive line. And that's something that the spring going into this year, him and I talked about it was you have a leadership role now, and you have to take charge, and you have to mentally be sharp every game. And he's really grown from spring ball to camp to, the second game of the season. He's really grown as a leader and mentally kind of anchoring down that center position.